Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. It is my top 10 personal favorite directorial debuts. Yes, these are movies directed by first-time directors. A lot of these directors became famous. Who would kid? All these directors became famous, and I'm here to celebrate all these movies that were made by these amazing directors their first time around. So here's my top 10 personal favorite directorial debuts. Yeah, before top 10 list, you gotta have your honorable mentions. My honorable mentions for top 10 directorial debuts are Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Bottle Rocket, Easy Rider, The Maltese Falcon, Say Anything, Mad Max, and Duel. All phenomenal movies directed by amazing directors who just knocked it out of the park their first time around. Just gonna make the top 10 list. What debuted my top 10 was my number 10. My number 10 is American Beauty, directed by Sam Mendes. Yes, Sam Mendes has given us amazing movies like Skyfall, Jarhead, Revolutionary Road, Road to Perdition. But he started with American Beauty. American Beauty is hands down his best movie. Won his Academy Award, won Kevin Spacey his second Academy Award, and it's just awesome. It's a great dark comedy with some amazing compelling drama, phenomenal characters, realistic themes, and just it's awesome. Kevin Spacey is amazing in this movie as a guy going through a weird midlife crisis who wants to bang a teenager and smoke dope and quit his job. It's kind of funny, but yeah, Annette Bening is great in the movie. Everyone's great in this movie. Wes Bentley, Chris Cooper, both phenomenal in this movie. There's some very beautiful and poetic scenes. Sam Mendes' direction is fantastic. Like I said, this is probably one of the best directed movies he has done. You know, I love Skyfall, but this movie is just brilliant. It's so good. Love American Beauty. Check it out if you've not seen it. It's so good. Coming number 9 is Blood Simple, directed by the Coen brothers. Yes, this is the Coen brothers' first movie, and it's not their best movie. Like Sam Mendes hit it out of the park their first time, but Coen brothers made a phenomenal, great, low-budget, dramatic thriller, and again, it's so amazing. Just brilliant. I have talked about this movie enough times, and I've never spoiled it because a lot of shit goes down in this movie. It's not very long, but a lot of things happen, and I don't want to spoil it, so check it out. It's really well done, really well acted, especially by Frances McDormand and Emmett Walsh. It's very thrilling, it's very dark, it's a bit bleak, but it's very interesting, it's very fascinating, and you're on the edge of your seat throughout the whole movie. Like I said, it's no Big Lebowski, True Grit, or Miller's Crossing, but it's a great movie. If you've not seen it, check it out. It's one of the best directorial debuts by one of the greatest directors themselves, the Coen brothers. Coming number 8 is This Is Spinal Tap, directed by Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner was so good in the beginning, and then he just went so way downhill, and he cannot get himself back up because he hasn't made a good movie, and God knows when, but he's made amazing movies in the beginning of his career, like Princess Bride and A Few Good Men. But one of his best movies is his first movie, This Is Spinal Tap. This is a great mockumentary. It's my favorite mockumentary about this band called Spinal Tap and a guy interviewing them while they're on tour, and it's hilarious. Christopher Guest is so freaking funny in this movie. These go to 11. Rob Reiner's in the movie. He's fantastic. It's so well directed. The comedy is just brilliant. Comedic gold in this movie, in the documentary style. Just suits the movie so well. It feels like you're watching this weird, bizarre, hilarious documentary, but it's a mockumentary, and it's one of my favorite mockumentaries. It's one of my favorite Rob Reiner movies, and it's one of my favorite directorial debuts. Coming number 7 is Boyz n the Hood, directed by John Singleton. John Singleton has a few good movies, but hands down, Boyz n the Hood is his best movie. It's sort of overlooked, but it's gotten a lot of love in the past, 10, 15 years. But when it first came out, it was famous, but a lot of people didn't talk about it, but it's a phenomenal movie. Ice Cube, Cuba Gooding Jr., Morris Chestnut, Lawrence Fishburne, Neil Long, all phenomenal in this movie. It just shows the realism of people in this hood, in this very bad neighborhood, and it shows the realisms of the ghetto, and just all these characters have to go through, and a lot of them want to live good lives, they want to be better than this, and some people will just get involved in the neighborhood and become one of these bad people, a part of the neighborhood, like Ice Cube's character. But the performances in this movie are fantastic. These characters are so compelling, very interesting characters. Ice Cube steals the movie. He's so good in the movie. You know, I love Cuba Gooding Jr. and Lawrence Fishburne. Ice Cube steals every scene he's in. I love how this movie's directed. I love the drama. It's a very deep and dramatic movie, and it'll make you cry in the ending because it's so sad, and it has a very gripping and very impactful ending, and it's just an amazing movie, and it's a great directorial debut by John Singleton. Good job. Coming number 6 is Reservoir Dogs, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino, one of my favorite directors of all time. Come on. Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, Glorious Bastard, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, Volume 1 and 2, Death Proof. Amazing. Quentin Tarantino is the man. Hateful Eight, but yeah. Quentin Tarantino is the man. Reservoir Dogs was his first movie, brought Tarantino on the map. He also plays in the movie as Mr. Brown, or Mr. Shit, as he calls it, but Reservoir Dogs is such a good movie. It's a great crime thriller movie with some amazing action scenes and some amazing performances. Michael Madsen's amazing in the movie. So is Steve Buscemi, Harvey Keitel, Chris Penn, Tim Roth. All of them are phenomenal. Quentin Tarantino himself is so good. This movie is just a phenomenal, great, gritty movie with some very amazing, iconic scenes, especially the scene, the stuck in the middle with you. Man, Mr. Blonde, don't want to piss that guy off, but yeah, it's a phenomenal movie, phenomenal direction, phenomenal rating, and top-notch action, and a very, very bleak ending, and one of my favorite movie endings, and just, yeah, it's Quentin Tarantino. I love Quentin Tarantino, and he amazed us right from the beginning with Reservoir Dogs. Coming number 5 is The Night of the Living Dead, directed by George A. Romero. Yes, the king of zombie movies. I love George A. Romero's zombie movies, whether it's Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead. He's just awesome. Like, I love George A. Romero. Night of the Living Dead is hands down his best movie and one of the best zombie movies I've ever watched. I love this movie. It doesn't have a lot of blood and gore, but it relies on good performances and actually genuinely good direction, good atmosphere, and pretty damn good makeup design for it to be scary and very impactful and very thrilling and just skin-crawlingly terrifying. I love The Night of the Living Dead. I love it. I enjoy the characters. I love the ending. I love the makeup. I love the practicality. I just love this movie. I love George A. Romero, and I love this movie, and he knocked it out of the park with his first movie. Coming number 4 is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, directed by Shane Black. Shane Black was always a screenwriter. Come on, he helped write the first Lethal Weapon movie, but this is his first directorial debut. And it's so good. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love it. I love how neo-noir it is. I love how it satirizes a lot of cop movies. I love it. It's actually itself a cop movie, and it's so good. It brought back Robert Downey Jr. This was his comeback role, and he was so good in this movie. Him and Val Kilmer together is just brilliant as Perry and Harry, and just they're comedic gold with each other. It's so funny. Michelle Monaghan's very good. It's just a great story. It's very dark, but it's got a lot of great dark comedy, and I love this movie. It's so well written, so well directed, great action, great performances, and just, it brought back some great actors. Like Val Kilmer was in the shadows in this time, and Downey Jr. was at a downfall, but this brought him back, and brought Val Kilmer back, but Val Kilmer went back down, and it brought up Michelle Monaghan as well, and it's such a good movie. If you've not seen it, check it out. You're in for a very delightful treat. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is just awesome. Coming number 3 is Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, directed by Mike Nichols. Yes, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Virginia Woolf. And right off the bat, I gotta say, Elizabeth Taylor in this movie is spectacular. She is just sensational in this movie. This is almost a perfect performance by her. She won the Academy Award, very well deserved. This is hands down the best performance she's ever given in a lot of movies, and that is saying a lot because she has given some top-notch performances in a lot of movies. She is absolutely fantastic in this movie. Brilliant. Everyone else is awesome. She is the best. It's based off the old play, and it's so well done. It feels like you're watching a play through movie form, and it's brilliantly done, brilliantly executed, amazingly written, and mesmerizingly directed. Mike Nichols, he's a very versatile director. He does a lot of different genres, whether it's thrillers, dramas, musicals, comedies. He's just great at everything. Mike Nichols is a phenomenal director, and again, he knocked it out of the park with his first movie. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is a phenomenal movie, and it's actually his best movie. And that's saying a lot, because Mike Nichols has a phenomenal filmography, but Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is just amazing. Amazing. Coming number 2 is Charles Laughton for The Night of the Hunter. Yes, The Night of the Hunter is such a good movie. Charles Laughton directed this movie so well, so intensely, so terrifying, gave us one of the most scariest and fucked up movie villains in movies. Oh, shit. Come on. Leaning on the everlasting light. Come on. Every time I hear that song, I get goosebumps because I think of The Night of the Hunter. This movie is so well done, so well crafted. I'm not going to spoil how it ends, but see it. It's so good. It's a classic, scary movie. I watch this every Halloween. It's so well done. The acting, top-notch. Direction, top-notch. Good job, Charles Lawton, for giving this fantastic movie. Night of the Hunter, amazing. And my number one favorite directorial debut is Orson Welles for Citizen Kane. I don't even need to say any more. Citizen Kane's the greatest movie of all time. What do I need to say about this movie that a million people haven't said already? The atmosphere, direction, performances, writing, score, atmosphere, everything, the tone, everything about this movie is perfect. It's the greatest movie of all time for a reason, and it was written, directed, and produced by Orson Welles. He was one of the first people in the movie industry to write, direct, produce, and star in a movie all himself. This movie should have won a bunch of Academy Awards. It didn't, but it is now crowned the greatest movie of all time, and for good reason. It's brilliant. So yeah, that was my top 10 personal favorite directorial debuts. So in the comment section below, please tell me, who did I leave out? Who are your top 10 favorite directorial debuts? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.